врате. Успели заметить, в прошлой серии мы захватили... Ну, так как захватили? Мы перебили всех бандитов и разбойников в Прибыславице. Так, сейчас я что? Мы что? Да, отправьте мрахоеды. Это во-первых. Во-вторых, надо кое-что проверить. Да, все работает, и это хорошо. Да, говорю, быстро и непонятно. Бывает. Так, в прошлой серии... Точнее, стой, в прошлой серии. После прошлой серии я решил попутешествовать, поискать задачки, которые нам предоставила Warhorse. Для тех, кто предзаказывал, я нашел шлем Warhorse и все, в принципе, пока что да. Возможно, найдем что-нибудь еще, но пока что отправляемся в мрахоеды и выполняем поставленную нам задачу. Да. По пути, может, на кого-нибудь наткнемся, с кем-нибудь попиздимся, кого-нибудь анально покараем. Но, как говорится, это все не исключено. Так, уже скоро вечер. Это плохо, потому что времени у нас не так много. Ладненько, давайте тогда быстренько... Да, вышло обновление, патч, так сказать. Ну, там весил всего лишь 10 гигабайт. Ну, 10 гигабайт. Да, что это за размер обновлений, когда игра весит 30 гигабайт, 10 гигабайт это ни о чем. Добавили кастомизацию персонажа. Это мне нравится. То есть можно менять мой причесон. Можно... Ну, я не знаю, что можно на самом деле. Но надо поговорить, наверное, со стражем. Поинтересоваться. Это дозорный. И это стражник. Так, что тут крест стоит, надо зайти наверх. Ага. Понял. Что ничего не понял. Так, с кем нам поговорить надо? Допроси пленника в мрахоедах. А где ж тут той пленник? О, да, бадья. Почему у них кресты на домах? Без понятия. Да, возможно, после прохождения я начну нормальное прохождение, то есть весь сюжет, а не так, как я начал и занимался херней. Но, как говорится, пленника надо найти. Солома, покрасить. Так, нам нужен пленник, где он? Окей. И где этот ваш пленник? Плененный. Просто ответы. Пока мы сражались в Прибыславице, другая шайка разбойников напала на мрахоеды. Однако крестьяне не только смогли отбиться, но и захватили одного из них в плен. Понравится, хочет, чтобы я допросил. И где я вам... Ладно, окей.
Go, go, leave me alone.
Мама.
Может, уже вечер, они все такие неразговорчивые. То есть Нойхове не смогли остановить разбойников, а тут смогли. Да, все зависит от... чего это все зависит. Вопрос, тут есть что-нибудь полезное для меня? Понятно, ничего нет интересного. Да, я понимаю, я тут бегаю как дурак и не могу понять.
Christ, such a senseless waste.
Как это вот Бетришка? Ну, нормально такое имя. Ну, в принципе, логичное, да, для тех времен, тех мест. Плоские помещения дома. Кстати, если я включал созерцателя, и теперь, когда я жду... Боже. Тут сжигали трупов. Где ты? Клетник. Я как будто кругами хожу. Календула. Даже корчмы нет, прикиньте. Ладно, окей, подождем до утра. Уже 14 уровень, почти 15. И это, в принципе, прикольно. Видите, вот просто 6 часов на мете стоишь, вот ничего не происходит. Даже энергия не тратится. Классный перк все-таки. Надо умыться по утру. А то будет жалко, что меня воняет. Влияние 15. Да, щит я вкачал защиту до 4 уровня и получил правильное ношение, поэтому доспехи весит меньше. Но щит не всегда очень полезная вещь, поэтому... Поэтому я лучше его уберу. Бакалейщик, я как бы тебе в магазин пришел. Понимаешь, что ты не хочешь меня впускать, но все же соизвольте. Лес. Я уже не понимаю. Секунду. Может, игра сломалась после обновления, после патча? Вряд ли.
What happened here?
Horror of horrors, Master. We were attacked by some bandits, and then the plague broke out.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. The Almighty has sent this punishment on us.
More.
These bandits, who were they?
Some thieving rabble. What do I know? Maybe those damned humans, but they spoke Czech. Ask the captive at the Melichars.
How did you manage to fight them off?
Well, we were lucky. Young Straw saw the gang a little way out of the village and ran to warn old Melichar. If it wasn't for that, none of us would be here.
It looks like you fended them off, though. I can't see any burned houses.
They had no time for that, but they've left us with fresh graves. Young Straw himself got cut up something terrible, and a few others. We've a number of wounded, and now the plague to crown it all. Christ preserve us.
Мелихар, Солома.
Melichar, Straw. Those names are new to me.
They're locals. Melichar's been in charge here since old vassal Smil from Neuhof passed away. May God grant him eternal peace. And Straw, that's the local woodsman. Poor fellow. The bandits killed his son, and his wife has the disease.
Where will I find Melichar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melichar's is the house on the left.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
Это в курсе?
And the disease? Tell me something about it.
I don't want to tempt fate by talking about it. Makes me shudder to think of it. There's not much to tell anyway. It hit us just after that rabble left. First the horses died, then livestock, and now it's people. Like Melikhar's wife, poor thing.
Понятно, я ищу
I'm
Матея.
looking for Matthias. I think he works at the stud here.
Matthias. Wait, I know. He's not been here long, isn't that right?
Not long, it's true.
Well, those bastards got him. He's laid up at the stud now. His arm's in a bad way, but at least he's still alive.
Thank you. Thank you, that's all.
God bless.
Матей.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate. You're here as his envoy?
Yeah, something like that. But that's not important right now.
Well, I'm glad to see you have a job. Lots of our old neighbors have been reduced to begging. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First the horses got sick, then other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Damn!
Как ты? Набег, мор, мракоеды.
Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness.
But you've been hurt.
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broken, but better than a broken neck.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one of the raiders was taken captive. I'd like to question him.
Aye, old Melikar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the barn. But be careful.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melikar still hasn't decided what to do with him.
I understand old Straw wants revenge, but first I have to question that bandit. What happens after is no skin off my nose.
Good luck then.
Спасибо. Слышал, да, как выглядели эти
Can you
нападавшие?
describe the raiders?
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see their faces. About 20 of them. They weren't humans, though. They spoke Czech.
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we hit them in the woods, they didn't look so brave.
I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained villagers manage to hold off armed bandits?
One of the village lads caught sight of them coming through the woods and told Melikar, who roused the whole village, and everyone grabbed what they could. Pitchforks, axes, flails, and we went out to face them.
What? You mounted an assault against them?
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those whoresons expected. A few of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torture. But even the women here were armed with what they could find, and they took the bastards by surprise.
Прикольно.
Tell me about the
О,
raid.
не-не-не.
What do you want to...
I hear... Why's that?
That fuck...
I can tell you what he'll do with him. He'll hand him over to Sir Radzig's envoy. Me.
I doubt Melikar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid, and now this plague. God knows what they'll do.
About this sickness. When did this plague start?
The day after the raid. The horses were lying down in the stable, so we knew something was up. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick, one after the other, and then people.
What are the signs that someone's getting sick?
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes. Some are throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other end.
Has anyone died from it?
Aye, old Verba. Although he was already on his last legs, so no one knows for sure if it was the plague that got him. Either way, the animals are dropping like flies, and people will end up the same for sure.
Жутко, конечно.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. What with my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much. But I know Melachar and Straw have sick ones at home.
Can I ask you a bit about Metal yet?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Can you tell me something about Old Straw?
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come and a hothead. He's been out of his mind since his boy died.
It's normal to grieve, eh?
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care of her.
Where can I find this Straw?
When you take the main gate out of the stables,
What's Melachar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Neuhof.
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melachar.
Thank God you had someone here who could take the reins.
Aye.
What's Melachar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Neuhof.
I know.
Sir Hanush...
Since when do subjects govern a village in place of the Lord?
What can we do? If it weren't for Melachar, those bandits would have torched the place to the ground. The villagers won't follow anyone else.
Ну да.
Where does Melachar live?
when you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Melachar lives in the left-hand one.
Ладненько. Знаешь, такой в полном доспехе бежишь такой под палящим солнцем. Вообще супер.
Be a bit more careful.
Are you Melachar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzik Kobyla. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Sir Radzig won't help us with that. Any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
No one could have known what would happen.
If Sir Radzig hadn't pissed off into the woods and stayed in the camp, they would never have dared attack us.
If Sir Radzik hadn't gone into the woods, he'd have left so many to attack here that you'd never have fought them off.
Makes no odds now. We've a different problem to deal with.
If there's anything I can do, just tell me.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanka, I think her name is. She might know someone to turn to, if she's actually there.
Very well. I'll go to the monastery. It's probably our best hope.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us, the prisoner's got the pestilence too. He'll die without help.
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms. They're bound to ask me that.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see for yourself? People talk a lot and I don't know what to believe anymore.
Very well. I'll make the rounds.
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses, but don't stay too long in those homes.
That I can promise you.
Забавно. Мне это нравится. Ладно, ребята. Сейчас я закончу, пожалуй, эту серию и начну